Welcome to the session 15, that is impact of natural environment on business. The learning objective is to study the impact of natural environment and on economy as well as business. After studying this session, the students will be able to understand the various factors which will have impact on the natural environment of the business. Here, various impact of natural environment in one and other way are discussed by one through the following slides. First one is manufacturing. Manufacturing is the process of converting raw materials, components, and or parts into finished goods that meet a customer's expectations or specifications. Or it is a process of converting raw material or semi-finished goods into finished goods in the business. Examples include which car manufacturing requires its manufacturing of labor, factory machines, iron, steel, rubber, plastic, and non-ferrous materials for finishing the car. Such as this manufacturing, which is one of the aspect of business, depend on the physical environment for inputs. Other examples include the manufacture of a tractor. A tractor requires for its manufacture iron and steel, rubber, plastic, non-ferrous metals, labor, various skills, factory machinery, materials, water and so on. Of these, to take for example, steel for its production requires iron, coal, water, labor, materials and so. The furnaces in turn required for their manufacture among many things include iron ore, brickworks and labor. One can thus break down any produced good into inputs involved in its manufacture, and one can, if one has sufficient patience, trace them ultimately to a combination of labor and natural resources. Besides, much manufacturing is carried on in or very close to the areas of considerable population density rather than in sparsely populated regions far from major markets. And most of these more heavily populated areas were originally developed because they were favorable to other economic activities, more directly dependent upon suitable conditions of the physical environment. Also, although the location of particular industry or a particular plant may be the result of the initiative of one man or a small group of men or many types of industries, especially heavy, or cannot be located too far from the sources of raw material or from the place to which raw materials can be brought easily and inexpensively. These are all the manufacturing activities which are involved and the impacts of the nature directly and indirectly. Next impact is in mining activity. Mining is the extraction of valuable minerals or other geological materials from the earth, usually from an ore body or lode, vein, seam, reef, or placer deposits. These deposits from a mineralized package that is of economic interest to the miner. Mining of coal and ores, drilling of oil, and quarrying of stone, clay, or other materials are extractive industries which depend on the availability of minerals for which nature is repository. Minerals are scattered widely over the earth. Exploitation of mineral resources therefore shows a pattern of irregular design which is characterized by small and intensive activity and concentrated population separated by large areas of little mineral activity and comparatively sparse population. It is generally believed that economic prosperity of the nation and the well-being of its people depend on the type of and the extent of the mineral deposits of the country is gifted with. However, mere existence of deposits does not guarantee the prosperity. What is required is exploitation of the physical resources for general well-being. Oil-rich countries of today were merely sandy deserts 50 years ago, despite the fact that Arabian countries were gifted with rich deposits of oils. Oil is now pumped out and is supplied to the rest of the world. In the process, affluence of the Arabs has increased enormously through exploitation of fetches wealth. Indiscriminate extraction is not advisable as most of the minerals are not inexhaustible. It is, however, heartening to the note that all over the world continuous search is made for new area of deposits and new substitutes for minerals under exploitation. Here in mining there are various resources which are available in the nature are non-renewable in nature. So constant evaluation of new energy resources and mining resources is very essential in this sector. Next, impact on agriculture. Agriculture refers to all of men and machine activities related to the cultivation of the land or soil and to those activities that are directly depends upon the soil such as the production of vegetables, crops, feeding and breeding. The agricultural activities also influence on the business activities. The GRA cultural products are the raw materials for the various businesses. Example, cotton is the raw material for garments industry. So here generally agricultural material products, general raw agricultural products are very essential for various industries. With this example, in this of all the economic activities of man, it is the agriculture which depends most on nature. The term agriculture, in its broad sense, refers to all man activities related to the cultivation of soil and to those activities that are directly dependent upon the soil, such as the raising of livestock. The production of vegetable food and meat made man less dependent upon the luck of the chase and therefore less subject to periods of farming following periods of feast. Nevertheless, the influence of nature upon agricultural activities was great and has remained so that to this day. The type of crop that can be grown in an area depend on firstly the climate and the soil, and there is a little that man has ever been able to do against the variants of weather such as unseasonable frosts, unexpected droughts, or periods of superabundant rainfall, etc. Differences in physical background have resulted in many types of agriculture throughout the world, and the number of type of agriculture has been further increased by varying economic conditions. Next impact of natural environment is trade. Trade refers to buying and selling of goods and services from one country to another, or one person to another, or one place to another. Trading activities also helps to the business to sell their goods or services in a foreign countries. Example, tea is imports from Assam, jute in West Bengal. The trade between two regions of a nation or between two nations of is the result of geographical factor, because natural factors, certain areas are more suitable for production of certain goods. For example, of apple and saffron are grown in Kashmir, coffee in Coorg, tea in Assam, cotton in Maharashtra, and jute in West Bengal. On the international level, instances of specialization are plenty, but one that should not be missed is superiority of Denmark, which can economically provide egg, butter, and bacon. Specialization of production is the order of the days. Goods produced in some areas must be transferred to other areas which are not so well suited to produce the same. This is the genesis of trade, and this explains why the massive movements of oil, iron, ore, grains, fruits, vegetables, and electronic goods take place across borders of various countries. Next impact is on transportation and communication. The transportation refers to process of shipping or moving goods from production place to the consumption place or one place to another place. The communication refers to exchange of facts, feelings, thoughts, messages from one person to another or one place to another. The transportation and communications also have major impact on various business activities and the main properties of the business depend to a large extent on geographical factors. Uneven landforms, deserts, oceans, forests, and rivers are the barriers to development of infrastructure. It is true today's business environment. Man has learned to cut across these natural barriers, but he has to pay heavily for overcoming these physical barriers in the form of higher rates of necessitated by initial high cost of construction and subsequent maintenance. This explains the reason why vast areas of the globe in the form of oceans, deserts, dense forests, mountains and ice caps exist even today, bereft of transportation and communication. Such areas are hardly can sustain any business activities. The natural environment is particularly important to man in two respects. First one, it is a storehouse of certain sources of materials that will be consumed by him ultimately. And second one is it provides certain physical and biological conditions within and on which man's production, exchange, consumption, and happiness depend. Besides being the origin of needed materials, the natural environment provides certain physical and biological conditions within which man lives and works. These conditions may be positive or negative, favorable or unfavorable with respect to man's livelihood. For example, the flatlands of plants plains normally may be the decisive asset and under undulating and hilly land may be distinct liability to the production and transportation of most commodities. Conversely, in times of flood, the flat land may be a liability and the undulating and hilly land an asset. These are all the impact of transportation and communication with the natural environment. Here the nature will play very important role in this fact or in this component. Lastly, we discuss about the technological and impact of natural environment on technology in the business field. Technology is the application of scientific knowledge for practical purpose, especially in industry. Technology is the collection of techniques, skills, methods, and process used in the production of goods or services or in the accomplishment of objectives of businesses. So, technology through every country in the world is spending millions of rupees on the development of its own technology. The physical environment of each nation determines its stage of progress in the field of technology. Obviously, there are wide differences in progress attained in this sector. Technological advancement and its wake, the levels of income and standard of living life enjoyed in the United States and in other industrial nations have not yet come to many other parts of the world. To a person born and bred in a large city like New York, London, Tokyo, Delhi, or Mumbai, and accustomed to the amenities of modern life, it would be extremely difficult indeed to really understand the way of life and thinking of a group such as Halaki Okaligas of in Karnataka, numbering around 50,000, or the Bindibu of Central Australia, who have no huts, practically no clothing, no agriculture, but only a flint and a few wood implements. People living in such conditions are becoming rare. Nevertheless, there are still many regions wherein, compared to those in modern countries, life is fairly primitive, where people carry on their economic activities much the same way as they had done in past centuries, where they perform the same tasks, think on parallel lines, are squared to the same type of action and have the same hopes and fear as their future. Thus, the natural environment exerts a profound influence on man and his economic activities. Every law that is enacted to regulate his personal life and every legislation framed to control his business activities have one overriding consideration, because with public interest or natural justice. The expression of natural justice or public interest is derived from the natural environment. Besides, it has been said that the scale of natural phenomena in India and her total dependence on monsoon have helped to form the character of her people. Even today, major disasters such as floods, famine, and plague are hard to check, and in older times, their control was almost impossible. Many other ancient civilizations, such as those of the Greeks, Romans, and Chinese, had to contend with hard winters, which encouraged sturdiness and courage. India, on the other hand, was blessed by the beautiful nature, which demanded little of man in return for sustenance, but in her terrible anger could not be appeased by any human effort. Hence, it has been suggested that Indian character has tended to accepting fortune and misfortune alike without any complaint. These are all the impact of natural environment on business and the importance of these factors to the natural environment.